Hey everyone, and welcome back to Truth Works. In the month of July, we're continuing on with the topic of servant leadership, and today we have a great passage from the Old Testament. It's from Exodus chapter 17, verses 9 and following. So Moses said to Joshua, "Choose for us men and go out and fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the staff of God in my hand." So Joshua did as Moses told him and fought with Amalek, while Moses, Aaron, and Hur went to the top of the hill. Whenever Moses held up his hand, Israel prevailed, and when his hand was lowered, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands grew weary, so they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it, while Aaron and Hur held up his hands, one on one side and one on the other. So his hands were steady until the setting of the sun. And Joshua overwhelmed Amalek and his people with the sword. Well, the interpretation is pretty simple. The power of God was represented in the staff, and when Moses' hand was raised, Israel prevailed, and when it was lowered, Amalek, or the enemy, prevailed. But Moses grew weary of holding the staff, and his hands would fall, and Amalek would prevail. So he needed help. He needed to sit down, and he needed Aaron and Hur to come alongside and hold up his arms. At Truth at Work, we award a leader within our organization every year with what we call the Aaron and Hur Award, the person that exemplifies this type of servant leadership. What does that look like? It is men and women who hold up the arms of people around us. If you are the business leader, the CEO, or owner or partner of your organization, you need to learn to develop the humility to allow others to hold up your arms for you. What can you give away that you do not need to do that others can do for you? If you're not the owner or partner or CEO of your organization, then your job is to come alongside that person and hold up their arms, whether you like them or not. To show the hands and feet of Jesus to them is to serve them, whether they know Jesus or not. To love them, to care for them, to support them, to make their jobs easier. What creative ways can you do that in the business world? It happens in churches. Your pastor and your ministry staff are tired and weary. They need your encouragement. Come alongside them, make their jobs easier. Volunteer, help out. October is Pastor Appreciation Month. What can you do to spoil your pastor this year? And maybe the hardest thing for us is in government. Local, city, and state, federal government need us to come alongside them and serve them. Whether you agree with them politically or not, pray for them. Make their jobs easier. Make them feel special and cared for by you. What a testimony that leaves in the business world, in your church, in your neighborhood, in your government, if we could be men and women who love like this and hold up the arms of the people around us. What a challenging message for us today. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.